Senator Heller.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, and to the ranking member, thank you also for having this and holding this hearing. Mr. Shimazu, I did read your testimony, and it does discuss your anguish, and I can understand that, your commitment to addressing this issue properly and promptly. However, I think there was something that was amiss in your testimony, and that was that nowhere does it say that Takata takes full responsibility. So I want to ask you right now, does Takata take full responsibility for this tragic defect?
Excuse me, can I ask my interpreter to confirm your question?
Sure.
Senator, can I confirm the tragic this time? Which tragic are you talking about?
I'm talking about the 5 deaths.
5 days. 5 days.
Do you take full responsibility for those tragic deaths? Does Takata take responsibility?
Excuse me. I understand it's we recognize the 3 victims' case is relating to our products and during accident, and but in my understanding, 2 others are still under investigation. So.
So, okay, let's take the 3. Does Takata take full responsibility for those 3 deaths?
My understanding is our products in this accident worked anomalies, so that's caused accident. From that sense, yes.
Okay. Mr. Shostak, I got a phone call from my wife recently. A Good Morning America piece was done on this issue. And she's probably doing what every parent is doing in America today. We happen to own a 2007 Honda Civic, and we didn't buy it brand new. So we probably didn't get recall notices on that, and my wife would remember if she did. And I'm going to give to you the same question that she asked me. If our 18-year-old daughter were to drive that car today, a 2007 Honda Civic, would she be safe?
Senator, we have several different analysis of what the problems are with these airbags in our vehicles. As I mentioned before, the recalls that we did in 2008 through 2011, we have connected those to Takata manufacturing issues, and we urge customers, and those have no geographic limits, we urge customers to get those vehicles repaired because there is a risk. There is a risk. With regard to the more recent regional recalls, where there is not as much information available as to what is the cause of the ruptures in the airbag. That's where there is a concern about humidity, and we have the same concern about humidity. We look at the 45 injuries that have occurred. 17 of them have occurred in Florida, also Puerto Rico and Texas. The large majority of these issues are occurring in southern areas. So we are trying to understand if there is any additional risk out there, and when we find risk, we act to recall. It's our responsibility to recall those vehicles when we find risks.
As a parent, we did run the VIN number through NHTSA's site, and they said that a 2006 or earlier vehicle would have been subject to the recall, but not 2007. How can you assure me today that a 2007 vehicle is safe for any young adult on the road to drive today?
Senator, with your indulgence and understanding that I'm not sure of all the exact models as I sit here, right? The break points in terms of the recalls. If that vehicle was subject to a recall, we want it fixed. If that vehicle was not subject to a recall, we have not determined risk, so we deem it safe for the driver.
We had a conversation earlier in my office, and you said it was difficult to determine the safety of the device because of proprietary reasons. Would I be accurate in assuming that you can't be assured, 100% assured, not knowing what the necessary changes were made in these airbags?
Yeah. Senator Heller, we are not chemical propellant experts. There are, as Honda, there is proprietary technology involved. There have been improvements made by Takata as time has gone on. For example, there's differences in the shape of the propellant wafer. To me, I'm not an engineer. To me, as a layperson, it makes sense that different shape may result in a better manufacturing process. But respectfully, Senator, I would defer questions about the intellectual property and the proprietary aspects of the chemistry to Takata.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, my time's run out, but I think I represent every parent across America concerned with their young adults in the cars that they're driving today as to whether or not they have a airbag sitting in front of them today that may cause severe injuries, as we've heard in testimony today, and even death. So anyway, thank you.
Senator Heller, let the record show that the pauses that occurred to your two direct questions to the two gentlemen, that those pauses, I can say for this senator, were painful. And perhaps on the basis of Mr. Shostak's response, you better tell your daughter not to drive south in her Honda.